4 lights, 5 lights, and we are away for the start of the Bahrain Grand Prix, and it's a pretty good start. I think that's Monjakla. No, now he's covering off Brownie in P4. There's some scrapping going on in the background. Everyone's going to dive into turn 1, and that's got to be wing damage, I would imagine, for Phil. That looked pretty aggressive heading on in there. And no, somehow, oh yeah, no, he's lost the front right end plate. Has Phil, and he's holding into P10 at the moment. Interesting start there, as Brownie and Conabir going at it. Very close. Oh, as Brownie's almost hooked up the car on the inside of Conabir, and they're going side by side here. Racing in the AlphaTauri, scrapping for P5. Conabir's going to try to hang it down the inside. Brownie on the outside line. Conabir's going to squeeze him, but it's going to be another drag race as these two are going toe-to-toe early here, as well as the McLaren and the Alfa Romeo in the background. Is West going to send a move? He's got the inside line. It looks like Brownie's going to get Conabir, and now it should be West settling in behind the Alfa Romeo. Yes, he's going to have to settle for P8 behind Apex Racing. Obviously, the Delta going nuts per usual. Pretty clean turn 1 there from everybody. West making the move on Apex Racing. Gets done there, and now Wives is looking for some room in the strap way down, and yeah, Wives has gone round down to P18. He's got Phil quite a ways off. As Monjakla and Snipes now battling it out. Snipes going to get the DRS here. Yes, he does. Is he going to go for the move on Monjakla? I don't think he has the speed to do so. And now Brownie's getting punchy with the Mercedes. And a nice move there from the West. Up the inside of Meavy. Some working rooms. Oh, and Matt Conabir has gone round. Matt Conabir out of the beginning of Sector 3. He's down to P13. Here comes a move from Monjakla on the leader, maybe. Not quite. He's going to try to hang it around the outside, but there's not really any room there. That's going to force Snipes into Brownie a tad bit more into the mid lane. Oh, and Monjakla and Pez going side by side. That's going to open the door for Snipes now. And this is something that Snipes was desperately in need of, was a mistake from one of the 2 guys ahead, because now he can put the pressure on the Ferrari, and that's going to be very, very difficult for Mun to defend, as he's got the 3-second time penalty in hand. He can't be pushing extra hard through every corner at the moment. He's got festivals in the pits as well. Here goes Jan, move on Harv. Harv's going to try to hold it around the outside, go for the switchback now. Oh, and he's going to get a good exit, is Harv. Better than Jan for sure, and he's got the DRS. He's just going to box Jan out. Good move by Jan to start things off there, but what a capitalization by RBPT. Gets him. And the safety car is going to go in this lap and get back to racing here. Let's get on board with this guy, because he's leading us away. We do it out of the final corner. Very well. It's a pretty good launch there from Snipes and Pez. Mun's got Brownie for company. Brownie's trying to get a little bit of a slip off the Ferrari and maybe send a move. He is gaining. I don't know if he's going to be gaining enough. Tries to send it around the outside, the racing point. He's going to try to... Ooh, he gets boxed out there by the Ferrari a tad. But I think he's going to get the move done on Mun, and yes, he has up into P3 for Brownie. And look at that, West follows him through in P4. Now West is going to send it down the inside of the racing point. Brownie leaves the space, but I think he's going to have the traction on the outside line, and now he's covering West off for P3 for the moment. It's attack time for Snakes. He wants to get past the hard tire run to the best of his ability as quick as he can. That is going to be the move done on the Alpha, even though he's still got some room up to the corner here. Not too much fighting there from Meavy. Move there. Oh, it's Ferrari. Oh, it's Alfa Romeo, and that's Huga who almost gets spun round. A little bit of contact there. I believe that was with Wides. No, sorry, who's in the Alpha? Apex Racing going for it on Rustable Eel. Needs enough space, but I think he's through. It's close. They both got DRS, but I think Rustable may try to outbrake him around the outside. And he does. Apex has got to back off, although Rustable did go off the track there. Oh, move there. Down the inside. I think that's Apex Racing on Rustable. Get by Rustable on this occasion. Toe-to-toe, Maitland and Conabeer. Oh, as Maitland's gone down the inside of him, and he's brown. Bouncing off the inside of Matt Conabeer. And he's going to basically end his race there. This is now. But Jamie on Rustable quite quickly, actually. Down the outside line. Rustable going to try to break later. Oh, what a nice apex there from the Alfa Romeo. A nice exit as well. He should be able to get the Williams done here. It's going to be close, though, because battery again. And, no, he's safely through. Russell's keeping the defense going here. Skills trying to hold off Wides now in the battle for P9 and 10. And it's very defensive driving there from Meavy. He's got to be on the lookout for not one but two cars as the Renault slides through and almost takes out Matt Conabeer in the process. And I don't know for sure, but it looked like Matt Conabeer may have lost part of his front wing, and he has. And now he's driven into the Alfa Romeo, and I think that's all on the Renault ahead, TCRLW. He's just driven. It just drove, it looked like Meavy right into the side of Matt Conabeer. Blake Skill's got 20% of the battery. He's going to go for the move around the outside of Apex Racing in Sector 2. Thinks better of it, though, mid-corner there, and backs out for the time being. But he's putting a lot of pressure on Apex Racing. He should be able to get the move done well before turn 1 here. Pez should be able to fight back. He's within range. Pez going to look down the inside. And is that going to be move accomplished? Not quite. Bang wheels, and Munn just barely stays ahead. Skills gets past Apex Racing for the time being. He's going to send it in as Apex, but Skills goes around the outside of him. What a move from Skills. Apex off the track. Going to try to then send it back down the inside on Skills. They touch wheels a tad. Put Skills off balance for just a second. Apex just doing everything he can. And he's going to make Skills take the inside line. That's a good turn there from the AlphaTauri. And that's through by Skills. Nice racing from the AlphaTauri ahead. And now that's putting Wides just on the tail of the Alfa Romeo. And he's going to get the move done to the inside. Apex Racing tries to turn in and hold it, but he can't. As Wide moves up to P9 now. As Matt Conabeer is going to go quite defensive. And Russell, I don't even know if he's looking to get the move done into turn 1. Maybe he just wants to get DRS for the next sector. He's now going to try to hang it around the outside. Ooh, that was interesting place 9. Guess who's checked out in front? What a surprise. Nothing new here. If you're a fan of the channel, you know Snipes SB comes to play every single race. And he is just well out in front of the rest of the group. Turn 1, might be thinking about it into turn 2. Had to preliminarily send it down the inside because Meavy's lagging quite a bit. Oh, and now Skills under pressure from Wides. Wides is going to put everything into this. The final charge. He's going to send it down the inside for Team Haas. He's got a big lock up there. He's going to make some contact with Skills. And I think he may still come out ahead yet into the turning. Oh, and that's Apex Racing going into the back of Skills there. And now off the track. Kind of throwing it around as the Alpha. And he made contact with Skills the same corner twice now. And now he's through. And again, I don't know about that move. I don't know about that move. That was a pretty questionable move, if you ask me. And as Snipes crosses the line first, takes the win here in Bahrain. It's going to be Pez in P2 from pole. TCRLW is going to run out the podium, barring that review. Munn's going to cross the line. P4 Rustable is going to get jumped by Matt Conabeer and Meavy King. And then Wide's going to take on P8. Apex Racing P9, Skills P10, which I think will be reviewed as well with Apex Racing at the end. D-Money is going to take home P11, Maitland 12, West 13, Phil 14, Brownie 15, JD 16, Kuga 17, and Multi bringing it home for us in the McLaren is going to take home P18 tonight in Bahrain. And that's going to do it, guys, for the Bahrain Grand Prix CSR Tier 1. Driver of the day, Russell Eel. Yeah, I got no arguments with that. I totally agree. 15 positions made up, getting into the top 5 at Bahrain, really making the strategy work to the best of his ability tonight. Obviously, hats off to our winner, Snipes SB, and our podium sitters, Pez and TCRLW. Munjaclaw just getting too many penalties tonight for his own good. He almost dropped out behind Matt Conabeer. It was close at the end, but AlphaTauri will be happy with the 10 points up front there from Matt Conabeer, and Skills taking home an extra 1 as well, maybe even more after review. So not a terrible result for the Constructors leaders. Drivers' Championship, though, is going to switch over to this man after he takes home his second top 2 finish in the last 2 races, and that's going to be 30, actually more than that, 44 points on the board, I believe, for Snipes SB after this one. He'll be pleased. Going down the order here, though: Pez P2, TCRLW P3, Munjaclaw P4, Conabeer P5, Meavy P6, Russell P7, Wives P8, Apex Racing P9, Skills P10. We'll get Rust in because I appreciate you guys all tuning in tonight. I know it was a long one. Obviously, technical difficulties happen where they happen. But yeah, hopefully we get that all sorted for next week. And in the meantime, hope you enjoyed the stream. Drop follow before you head out if you haven't yet. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and we'll see you very, very soon.